The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Their wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Their wide receivers split.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live at Hermantown High School for tonight's section semifinal matchup here in 7AA between the two Harbors Agates and your Rush City Tigers. Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I am joined alongside by Adam Hefty, who has made the trip from the Twin Cities up here to Hermantown High School. And Adam, thank you so much for joining me here.
Oh, of course. I mean, playoff volleyball, fun to do. Playoff anything is fun to do.
No doubt about that one, and we're going to be entertained here by these two squads going at it, the Agates of Two Harbors and the Tigers, of course, of Rush City High School. We'll start with the Two Harbors Agates, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard here today. They play out of Section 7AA, SS2, which is technically the north side of the division. Rush City plays in the south. Why they have it SS1 and SS2, I don't know. Might as well just call it north and south, but hey, to each their own. As we take a look at the sections, Crosby Ironton wound up being the 5th seed there. Two Harbors got the number 2 seed, and Two Harbors had a pretty darn good season, 23-4 during the regular season. Of course, they added 2 more wins during the postseason. So 21-4 regular season record, 2 more wins here in the playoffs, in which they beat Aiken and Greenway. Now they'll play against Rush City. But those 4 losses came against Esco, who is on the other side of the bracket, playing against Crosby Ironton here after this game. Then they also lost to Proctor, who wound up getting the number 1 seed there on the south side of the north side, I should say, of the bracket. But Crosby Ironton beat Proctor in 5 sets, 3-2. So a little bit of an upset there in that one for Crosby Ironton. So Esco playing over there. Again, that is after the conclusion of this one. And then they lost, we're talking about Two Harbors did, to Southridge, and then once to Big Fork in the Mesabi East tournament. Other than that, been a pretty darn good season for them. They've played really well. Their closest regular season match was against Barnum, in which they lost 3-2, and, well, Rush City beat Barnum just during the week, last week at Rush City High School, 3-0. So looking at some common opponents here between these two teams, Rush City, I would say, more or less has the advantage, but when you've never seen a team play during the regular season, it's always hard to tell, because on paper, it can say one thing, Adam, but then you watch them play, and it's a totally different story.
There's a vast amount of talent around this area, whether depending on where you are in the state, it really depends on who you're playing, what your advantages are against those teams. Sometimes you're a better, setter, or a better with the kills and everything. It all depends on your opponent, and even those scores could be a little misleading. But it looks like both teams really challenged themselves through the regular season. I've been saying this for a while now. You can really tell what a coach feels about his team by the way he or she schedules their season. Because if they schedule tough, they feel like they have a better team and that they can test them. And it looks as though both Two Harbors and Rush City felt like they had good chances this year to make a run in the playoffs and maybe into the state tournament because they both scheduled relatively tough.
Yeah, they did, and another common opponent between these two was Hinckley Finlayson. Two Harbors beat them 2-1 at the Mesabi East tournament. So just continuing to look at some of the common opponents here. Those are some of them. Of course, you play against a team like Moose Lake Willow River or Esco. Those are some tough teams as well. Duluth Marshall's got a pretty good volleyball team who they beat twice, actually 3 times, twice during the tournament at Duluth Marshall. Marshall and then once during the regular season. I know International Falls may not have the record to show it, but they are a tough volleyball team. I think it was 2-3 years in a row we've seen International Falls here at this very spot playing against Rush City a few times. So International Falls is always a tough team to play against. And then they beat Silver Bay 3-0. So for Two Harbors, again, you heard Adam mention it, they both scheduled themselves pretty tough during the regular season. And again, you do that trying to build your team for a run, trying to get to that state tournament. But I'm sure Rush City will tell you, as they've been there the last 2 years, it's not easy to do. And even though a team might look dominant, they might look like they go through their schedule quite easily, everything about the regular season gets thrown out as soon as you reach the playoffs, because that's what's fun about playoffs is you just never know what's going to happen. You can have that 5 seed like Crosby Ironton go on, beat the number 1 seed, and then find themselves in the section semifinals, and that's all they need to make that run to state. Or you've got the number 1 seed who comes in dominant and continues to stay dominant. You just never know with playoffs, and I think that's the most exciting thing is you never know what you're going to get. It could be a 3-0. It could be a 3-2. That's why playoffs are so much fun, especially in volleyball.
It can change even from game to game.
Yeah.
You could have a team, let's say Crosby Ironton. I did watch Crosby Ironton when they went down to Bram to face the Bombers, and they didn't look all that impressive, and Bram beat them relatively easily. But then they go on here in the playoffs, and they take down the number 1 seed in this subsection to move on to the section semifinal, which, who saw that coming? Anybody who's been around teenagers, I suppose.
Right.
So, I mean, it's fun to watch, really.
It is. Crosby Ironton finished the season 1 game below 500. Well, they've actually been working their way towards that, but they finished under 500 with a few of their wins. So 10-13 they finished the regular season. 6-4 in the section, though, so not a bad section record. And a lot of times that is how you'll be judged in the QRF, is your section record. And a lot of our teams who are still in it have a pretty darn good section record. And we'll talk more about one of the teams who had a really good section record. That is Rush City. We'll talk more about them when we come back. But first, we'll hear a word from our fine sponsors. We've got to give a huge shout out to them, as, well, if they didn't sponsor this broadcast, we wouldn't be able to come up here and bring you this game. So a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors for not only sponsoring this broadcast, but all of them here on WCMP and KBEK. Back after a word from those fine sponsors here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. Thank you for voting us the best real estate office in Iceni County. We appreciate you. For all your real estate needs, head to countylinesrealestate.com.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Game Day Gilman joined by Adam Hefty here on this broadcast of the Section 7 AA semifinal matchup between the Two Harbors Agates and your Rush City Tigers. This is the first of 2 games here in this semifinal. It will be these two, and then right after this one, it will be Crosby, Ironton, and Esco. Funny enough, pretty similar color schemes for both games. I mean, you've got maroon, white, and black, and yellow and blue for both games, which is kind of interesting here. Random stuff that broadcasters will mention during a broadcast for 500, please, Alex. Taking a look at the Rush City Tigers here this year, they've had another great season. Again, finishing in the top of the section, 26-3 right now. That is with 2 playoff wins. So 24-3 after the regular season. Taking a look at their losses, they lost 3 times, as I mentioned, but that was down at the AA Showcase down at Burnsville at the Midwest Volleyball Warehouse. I know a lot of volleyball families will know what that place and how significant that is, but they played some really tough squads. If they were able to get back to the state tournament, they'll more than likely see. You've got Belle Plaine, who they lost to, Concordia Academy, and Legacy Christian Academy. Taking a look at those losses, Belle Plaine on the year, they're a pretty good team. They're only ranked 4th in the state, 25-8, no big deal. They're also in their section championship, which is tomorrow against Southwest Christian. Southwest Christian, Rush City beat them last year in the state tournament, so a familiar opponent for them. Then they lost against Concordia Academy, another school that is really good, always seemingly in the state tournament. They're ranked 10th in the state, and they're in their section championship, against St. Croix Lutheran on Friday. And then they lost to Legacy Christian Academy, who, again, another really good school. They are outside the top 10, but still a very good school. You can see their schedule as we take a look at it together. Looking at that schedule, that is absolutely littered with top 5, top 10 teams throughout the state for Legacy Christian Academy. So for Rush City, now Legacy Christian did lose in the opening round of their section playoffs, but in that tournament alone, Rush City lost the 3 games that they lost on the season, but that's a good idea of who they'll be playing if they were to make it back to the state tournament. And we can see after that, didn't lose another game, and they only went on to lose 3 sets after that loss. So pretty impressive turnaround, I would say, for Rush City, just seeing that they were able to, hey, look at those teams and play against some similar teams like Princeton and North Branch, who are very good, but able to take those losses in stride, I think.
It makes them battle-tested. Mm-hmm. It prepares them as they go forward through these playoffs and the state tournament, where they'll be able to see everything. Yeah. When they come across a situation, some problems, they'll know how to handle it because they've done it before. Yeah. And it really makes them a better team. It's those little bits. It's on the extremes that you're just working on, especially when you get further in the playoffs and into the state tournament.
It really does. And taking a look at more common opponents, we know that Rush City played against North Branch, 2 top 10 teams in the state at that point in the season on October 10th. We covered that one. That was a 5-set match in which Rush City beat North Branch, and that's how they got sprung into first place in the section. Well, North Branch also has Princeton in their conference and section, and Princeton finished the season as a top 15 team. I think they wound up getting the number 3 seed in their section, and they beat both Princeton and North Branch, and they also beat Hermantown, who is also in that section and section with North Branch and Princeton. And funny enough, North Branch and Hermantown are going to be going to their section championship tomorrow. So just a lot of common opponents to see between these few schools who are in our local listening area, but to just see how different it is and how each team plays. And funny enough that we've got a couple of our local teams in the section championship who have played each other. I mean, it seems like they've just gone through and went, oh, okay, you play them, we're going to play them as well. Yeah. But Rush City's done a really good job of playing bigger schools, and I think a lot of times for bigger schools, it may be that the talent is a little bit better, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just they have a little bit more depth that makes them a little bit more well-rested for them to play a little bit better. But no matter the case, Rush City has continually stepped up and played above, really, what they're, I think, not necessarily capable of, but maybe their class and their rank.
It really benefits them that there is some good volleyball around the area. Mm-hmm. The Great River Conference does them a great favor, where night in and night out, they're normally going to play a team with a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. I mean, you have really good teams like the North Branches and the Princeton who aren't in the Great River Conference, but they're close enough where you're like, it's just a 15-minute drive down the road. That's fine. But then you have Bram or Pine City or, these teams, maybe their records don't show them playing that well, but it's because they're just playing good volleyball every night. And you have teams that maybe started out not so good, but got better throughout the season. We've seen that a lot this year. So they're really doing Rush City a favor, where I've been saying that Rush City has been the class of the Great River Conference, but the rest of the Great River Conference is no slouch either. So they're really helping out Rush City quite a bit when they're improving it as well.
Speaking of the conference, the Tigers were once again the Great River Conference champions, and again, that always helps. And it came down to them and Mille Lacs once again this year, and Rush City wound up winning that one 3-0, just to show you how dominant that they have been this year. So that is going to just about do it here for our pregame at Hermantown High School for this section semifinal between the Two Harbors Agates and your Rush City Tigers. We are going to take a commercial break to hear a word from some of our fine sponsors, and then when we return, we will have First Serve coming your way on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. WCMPradio.com, audio only.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ascove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP, Ethan Game Day Gilman, joined by Adam Hefty for tonight's Section 7AA semifinal matchup between the Two Harbors Agates and your Rush City Tigers. Taking a look at the starting lineups for these two teams, starting with the technical visitor team on the board. For the Agates of Two Harbors, starting for them will be senior number 1, Rachel Bopp. Then a
great name.
Yeah, I love that
great
last name. Junior number 2, Delaney Nelson. A freshman number 3, Olivia Hagland. A junior number 4, Brooklyn Nelson. A junior number 6, Chloe Nesgoda. And then another junior number 11, Addie Bentler. Then on the other side for your Rush City Tigers, it will be senior number 1, Autumn Stream. Sophomore number 3, Abby Thielander. Senior number 4, McKenna Garr. Then a freshman number 7, Clara Neeson. A freshman number 10, Kendra Heinz. And, of course, sophomore number 18, Natalie Rude. Libero tonight for the Tigers will be number 35, Ellie Thielander. And for the Two Harbors Agates, it will be number 18, Alicia Hurd for the Agates. The Agates will be wearing their black jerseys, the maroon letters outlined in white, the white numbers outlined in maroon. Their libero wearing the white jersey, the maroon side stripe, the maroon numbers and letters outlined in that black. The black jerseys also have that maroon stripe on the side. For the Rush City Tigers, they're wearing their blue jerseys, the yellow half sleeve, yellow letters and numbers. Their libero, Ellie T-Lander, will wear the white jersey, blue letters and numbers, and the blue half sleeves. Taking a look at these rosters here, Adam, we noticed that both these teams pretty young. We might wind up seeing these two teams here at the same spot next year.
Very young. I mean, you have two Harbors who have a freshman starting and a junior starting or a couple juniors starting, but now to be outdone, Rush City having two freshmen in the starting lineup. Coach T-Lander has done a great job building this volleyball program and making it sustainable from season to season, and that's how you do it.
It really does, and they've had a couple of 8th graders for Rush City who have stepped up this year. You also take a look at all the freshmen that are on the varsity roster for Two Harbors. It is just crazy to see the youth and the talent both of these teams have, and more than likely we'll probably see them, if not at this spot, definitely back in the playoffs, making a run once again next year. It's so fun to see programs that are able to do that year in and year out, and you talked about T-Lander being able to do it with the Tigers. Man, he has built a program there.
And that, I mean, it makes it sustainable where you have players that have seen everything before. I mean, I think of Abigail T-Lander, who I've seen, this is her 3rd season that I've watched her play. And it's like she's been there forever.
It seems like it, because you mentioned she's been there since 8th grade on the varsity roster. It is crazy. And she's been now a part of 2 state tournament runs, so just crazy to think. And she's only a sophomore. Just nuts to think about.
And not only being on the floor, but contributing as well, which is another thing. You could have somebody come in and just hold a body on the floor, but if you're contributing like T-Lander has been doing for the past few years, I mean, that makes you even better and towards the future.
As we get set for first serve, it will be the Agates, and that is going to be Addie Bentler who will start with the serve for Two Harbors. Serve is over, dug up by Gar to the front of the net. Rude. Heinz will punch it down, and that is the start of the game with the Tigers scoring first on our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. It's 1-0.
Heinz found an open spot there in the back corner and just went for it.
That's another of the underclassmen who has done really well this year. It's Kendra Heinz. As the serve here from Rude is over, dug up by the Agates on the far side. They're going to get a double hit, I do believe, and that is the call. It'll be 2-0 Rush City to begin the game. And I've said this before, I'll say it again, Adam. I could never be a ref because I either call everything a double hit or nothing.
It's so fast.
And another one here for the Tigers. I believe that was an ace. Are they going to count it as one? Does not appear to be. Either way, it will be a Rush City point. They lead 3-0 early in this first set as Rude with another serve. And that's going to be an ace for sure. 4-0 as the libero Hurd could not get to it in time. And one thing about this Rush City team, Adam, that we've seen throughout the entirety of this season, they do a really good job of getting aces. I think they average about 5 per game.
And they're right on track.
As this one is over, dug up by Two Harbors, push back across by the Tigers. This one's over. Gar goes halfway down to get that one. Now Clara Neeson with the dig, and Two Harbors got 2 more hands on it, but could not get it over the net, and it is 5-0 Rush City.
Couldn't ask for a better start if you're Rush City.
Not at all. It will be Rude, and Rude has been one of the players serving the ball that has been key for the Tigers this year. Hurd will get this one back over. That is, close. About an eyelash maybe you could fit there. But it does go out on the hit from the Agates to make it 6-0. Again, Rude back to serve. It's up and over Hurd there, the libero for the Agates to get it to Nelson, and now hit over by Bop. Stream gets the dig to the far side, or rather near side, for Abby T-Lander. Punched back over. That's pushed and punched in case you didn't realize. Abby T-Lander,
just a little bit wide.
I think we could get replay maybe on that one to take a look, because that was close as well. We could have used 2 replays from our Rush City Auto replay, but again, due to MSHSL restrictions, we are not allowed, but we'll try and be as descriptive as we can. Delaney Nelson will serve for the Agates, back over and hit again just long by Abby Thielander. Throughout the season, Thielander, that's kind of been her go-to move, cross court, kind of towards the back far corner, but right now she just can't seem to get it accurate.
Yeah, if you're Two Harbors, you want to string a few points in a row to get back into this one.
Abby Thielander that time says, okay, I'm done with the mistakes. Here comes one. She fires it back for the kill, making it 7-2. Abby Thielander is back to serve. You talk about Abby Thielander, but her sister Ellie Thielander, an 8th grader, also contributes more as a server, but still out there quite a bit as an 8th grader. Agates get the dig off the serve and then punched down by Bop.
Very clean set there by Two Harbors to get the point and keep them relatively close to Rush City.
Yeah, that was a good point there for the Agates. And you mentioned clean. I think that was the perfect word for that one. Olivia Hegland will serve. It's over, dug up by Gar to Rude at the front of the net. Now on the near side for, oh, that is out by Gar on this near sideline. Saw what she was thinking, just had a little too much juice on it. 7-4. I made it 8-3. It's 7-4, I promise. 8-3. Or 7-4. Agates will push it back across after the Tiger dig. Now back across for the Tigers. Gar looks to place it, but it is nicely dug up there by Hegland. And Nelson will punch it back across. Dug up by Stream on the back line to Rude. And Gar will set it up on this near side. And again,
with some good officials here.
Wow. This is...
I've agreed with each one, but they've all been so close.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily get a replay on them just to look, but man, they have been so close. These referees are on it tonight. Serve is over, dug up in the back line, and another one that goes long for the Tigers.
So Two Harbors back to within 7-6 here in the first set.
That is, after a hot start like that for Rush City, you don't see the Tigers make too many mistakes when they get on a run like that, but here in this one, a couple mistakes early on. Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers. Gar will hit it back across, dug up nicely by Hegland, Nelson, and now punched across by Bop. Dug up by Gar to Rude to the front line. Now on the far side, it is Clara Neeson to strike it back down, and the Tigers get one back, up by 2 again.
Just what Rush City needed to get back in the plus column.
That is no doubt. Ellie Thielander will be checking in for Heinz, and she'll go back to serve. It's up, and it is over. A dig there just enough by Hurd. But on the setting hit, it goes backwards out of play, which will wind up being another point here for the Tigers.
Alicia Hurd didn't really know what to do with it. It kind of caught, the serve kind of caught her on that serve by Thielander.
Ellie Thielander will serve again. 9-6 is the score. Over dug up by Nelson on the far side. Hitting it across. There is Bop. Dug up by Abby Thielander. Gar on this near side. Off the block. It gets down for a kill for McKenna Gar.
And just like that, Rush City has opened the lead just a little bit more, 10-6.
And I think one of the biggest keys here tonight for Rush City was getting out to that early start. We've seen how maybe the starts of the games are not their greatest moments, but man, this was a great start as we see an ace here from Ellie Thielander, getting down just in front of the diving Hurd, and now it's 11-6. Another Thielander serve. Nelson gets the dig, not the cleanest, but they do wind up getting it over. Dug up by Ellie Thielander to Rude, and Autumn Stream looking for the kill. Dug up nicely, though, by Bentler, and hit back across by Nelson.
Good
That's
perseverance by Two Harbors.
Blocked at the net by the Agates, and then Stream, just with a wild hand, gets it back over, and the Agates hit it into the net.
I wonder how much of that is skill and how much is luck. Because at that point, you're just throwing a hand up there.
I'd say 90% maybe on that one, but we'll give it to her, 50-50. Ellie Thielander, another serve. This one does go a little bit long. Hangs in the air there, but Hurd will get the dig, and it's pushed over now by Bop. A diving dig from Rude, Gar, and then Abby Thielander knocks it back across. That's Delaney Nelson there for the dig, and hitting it into the net is Rachel Bop to make it 13-6, Tigers in set one.
Really good job by Bop trying to catch Rush City off guard with that changeup, but the Tigers were ready for it.
Yeah, I like when they go on that first or second hit to try and get it over, just to catch him off guard, but that time did not work. And this one is pushed across, but it is going to go out on the push from Chloe Nezgoda to make it 14-6, and that will bring up our first timeout here at the 14-6 point of this set. Tigers lead. We'll take a quick 30-second break to hear a word from our fine sponsors on Anthem Country WCMP.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get one free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
The Tigers got out to a 5-0 start here in the first set and kind of took a back seat as the Agates got a little bit of a run going, but then the Tigers have been off and running since, scoring 6 straight points here in this set to make it 14-6.
Yeah, Rush City now with a 14-6 lead, but they haven't really done it by overwhelming Two Harbors. They're just beating them a little bit better on each point, and it's adding up to this 8-point lead.
Which is scary because we know how dominant they can be. Serve here from Ellie Thielander is over, dug up by Delaney Nelson, pushed back across by the Agates. It's dug up by, that was Abby Thielander. Stream hits it into the block of Two Harbors, and it will be the Agates' point. That'll be one where head coach Thielander just goes to her and says, hey, that's a good hit, but got to hit around the block next time.
Bop and Nezgoda, not easy to do to block a Stream kill, but did just that.
Bell Bowl in, and her serve is over, dug up by Gar. Autumn Stream, just the light tap across, and you don't always have to have the absolute rocket of a hit. Sometimes you just need to place it, and that's what Stream did there.
That's the counter to the block, is just getting it over.
Clara Neeson back to serve now for the Tigers. It's not going to get over. We'll make it 17-8. Or excuse me, 15-8. Now back to serve for the Agates will be Rachel Bopp. I will not get tired of saying that name. That is a fun last name. Serve is over from Bopp. Dug up by Gar in the middle to Rude. Now on the near side. Autumn Stream. Ooh. Bopp did not touch it as it goes long.
Did some matrix stuff.
Yeah. So it will be the Agates' point, 15-9. Bopp with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Gar to Rude at the middle. And Stream comes back with one, though. And accurate as well to make it 16-9. Hitting it to that far side corner. And then the ball took a vacation.
Stream saw that the Agates' defense was shifted here towards the near side and found an open spot on the far side, cross court, and set it down there.
Tigers going right to left on your radio dial. Agates left to right. Here's the serve from Gar. It just gets over the net. It might have even hit the net. Punched over by Hurd. Dug up by Gar again to Rude. And back towards the middle. That's Autumn Stream. You just can't teach it. It's power. And we know someone who graduated last year with that type of power in Lydia Bengtson, who's now playing for Bemidji State. And it is just phenomenal to see Rush City being able to kind of continue to have this type of talent year in and year out.
Just cycles in and out.
Bopp with the dig off the serve, and getting the dig on the other side is Neeson, but she couldn't get it elevated enough for her teammates to catch up to it. That winds up being a kill for the Agates to make it 17-10.
Two Harbors has some aggression on their own side as well.
See a Hurd with the serve. At it. Man, another one that's so close. You really, I mean, I'm not going to say it was in or out. I can't tell. We'd have to go to replay on that one. Rush City auto replay that would have been, but yeah, that is just so close. You really can't even put an eyelash, maybe a fingernail, eyelash, something in between that as the serve here is over from Stream. It's 18-10. It's back over by the Agates, dug up by Gar in the back row. Abby Thielander will look for the kill, but it's dug up on the back line by Bopp. Hit back over by Delaney Nelson on the back line, dug up by Neeson to Rude, and tapped across by Heinz, and she is so good on those type of plays. Heinz has not really shown that much power. That's because she hasn't needed to this season. All she really needs to do is come over, tap it across, and she's just been so good at placement this year. Stream, oh my goodness. That had no business getting over. Stream hits it into the net. Wound up growing arms and legs and crawling its way over for the ace to make it 20-10. That'll be the second timeout for Two Harbors. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, Rush City doing a good job of using the Two Harbors' aggression against them. It seems as though throughout this first set, Two Harbors has been more in the defensive mode, and Rush City has been more on the attack mode. And you can really tell, and that's how it kind of goes hand in hand with success. I mean, you can have some success on the defensive side, but it's harder. You're not really getting the shots that you want, whereas Rush City is, and you're able to take those when somebody is in the defensive position and they're coming strong to the net to block it. You just tap it over and put it where they were, like on a linebacker blitz. You just put it where they used to be.
Exactly, and they do such a good job of that, and that's why I think Rush City is such a complete team. They've been a complete team for the last few years, but again, this year it's just their ability to do that, then have the big hit, then have the aces, then just be able to rotate the players from spot to spot, in and out. I mean, again, just showing why they are the team that they are and how complete they are as they look to run it back. Out of the timeout, it's Autumn Stream back to serve for the Tigers. They lead here in the first set 20-10. It is up and it is over. Bop there for the dig. Pushed it back and it will be Hurd hitting it over. Dig by Gar, and Heinz looking for the kill. That time she says, hey, I heard you about the power thing. Here it is. But it's dug up by Bop in the back line, pushed over by the egg. It's dug up by Gar now. On the near side, Abby Thielander. Oh, my goodness.
Very similar to the one over here on this side. It's been close.
It has been. They shrink these lines by a half an inch maybe.
These officials are earning their money today.
They are. Whew. My goodness. I would not want to be one here tonight. They are. And this is the first set of the first game, too.
Right. And they are, it looks like they're official. They're official MSHSL officials.
This is, this will be one where they go back and review just to be like, hey, this is how good of a game you're going to be getting. Serve is over, dug up by the Tigers, and then hit into the net there by Abby Thielander to make it 20-12. It seems like the Tigers pull away by a good chunk, get into a few mistakes themselves. Two Harbors comes back, and then all of a sudden it's Tigers again. They get a point back, and then they go on a roll. Serve here by Bentler is over, dug up by the Tigers. Abby Thielander on that far side gets the hit across, but it's dug up by Nelson. Delaney Nelson will tap it across, dug up by Stream to Rude, setting it up on the near side here for Abby Thielander, and that is down.
Looked like a little miscommunication on the Agate side.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too, because that was kind of right down Broadway, if you will. Rude is back to serve, and, well, she got them out to the 5-0 lead, and 5 more points would get them the win and 1 point in the next set. Serve is over, dug up by Delaney Nelson, and hit into a block, that time by Hagelin, but kept alive by the Agates, pushed across by Brooklyn Nelson. Dug up by the Tigers, now on this near side, Abby Thielander hits into a block herself. Gar there for the dig, though. Rude sets, and it's Neeson who hits into a block. Dug up by Heinz to Rude, and it's Gar coming right back down the middle. That was tipped at the line. It wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I've come away from this really impressed with the front line of Two Harbors. They didn't get the point there, but 3 blocks on that point alone. Olivia Hagelin there on the front line has been really impressive here in the first set.
She really has, and unfortunately for Two Harbors, they thought it was not tipped, but unfortunately it was right at that front line. Serve over by Rude, dug up by the Agates, now pushed across and dug up by Stream. Clara Neeson looking to come back with one, and that's long as well. That one not as close as we have seen, but still close enough. But again, both sides here in this first set, I think they just got to dial the power back down to a 10 and take it off that 11.
Just need to kind of play within themselves.
Delaney Nelson serve is over. Stream with the dig on that far side. Rude will push it to the near side for Abby Thielander. And that one had just beautiful, beautiful downward angle on it for that kill.
There was nobody home on the far side there on the Two Harbors side.
23-13, Abby Thielander back to serve. It is into the net. 23-14 now here in set number 1. Substitution for the Agates as back to serve is Olivia Hagelin. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Stream to Rude. On the near side, Gar looking to send it home. Dug up nicely, though, by Delaney Nelson. Back at the net. And Gar, I think, hit the net if I'm... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Gar maybe didn't feel it because she got such a good hit on the ball. She got the hit. It's in for the kill, but her follow-through hit her into the net. So the serve now for the Agates. Olivia Haglund. It's over. Dug up by the Tigers. Gar coming back with one. She says, okay,
no,
this one's
there.
good.
Yeah.
24-15. LET Lander will come in and look to finish it off as the Tigers have set point. LET Lander, oh my goodness. Oh, and then a mistake there by the Agates. Hurd, their libero. You give her credit because she was being aggressive, trying to go after it, but that one was going to be going out.
It was a 12-6 curveball on that serve. Very impressive by the 8th grader, LET Lander.
Well, that's going to do it for set one. The Tigers take it 25-15 over the Agates. So we'll be moving on to set two, but first we'll get a word from our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any sized budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Hey there, it's Realtor Amanda Holland with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And don't forget, our Big Buck contest is back this year. We want you to send us a picture of your Big Buck. Rock Crush Outdoors is giving away a nice firearm to the winner. You can submit your photos to WCMPradio.com. The winner will be randomly drawn on November 30th. So be sure to turn in and take pictures of that Big Buck. Again, the ones on the trail camera don't count. Sorry. Those ones do not count. Although they are cool to see, well, they don't count for this competition. So you have to have got it yourself. As we're here at this Section 7AA semifinal matchup between your Rush City Tigers and the Two Harbors Agates. Tigers took set one 25-15. A pretty good first set here. And getting a little bit of a rest here of the Tigers. From their last match against Barnum, they get a little bit of a rest. And just seeing them from that game to this one, it seems like it was a rest that they well needed.
Yeah, absolutely. What really impresses me is looking at the scoreboard here. 5 of the 6 that are on the floor right now had at least 2 kills.
Yeah.
And that just says that they're getting it from everywhere on the floor. They're getting contributions from them. And it's just, it can hit you from anywhere.
Yes, it really can. And taking a look at the one player who didn't, Natalie Rude, she's more of the setter and server for them. So it's just crazy to see that, this team, as young as they are, know their roles, have accepted their roles, and are so good at them. And I think that's worth noting, as Natalie Rude, speaking of, will get set to serve. She's got 2 aces, trying to make it 3, but that one is dug up by the Agates, pushed over by Brooklyn, that's Hagelin, dug up by the Tigers, and Abby Thielander looks for the kill, dug up, though, by Hurd. Kept alive and pushed back across by Hagelin. Dug up by Gar to Rude. Now on the far side, Clara Neeson will come back, look for the kill, but that is long. And the Agates score first, and for the Agates, sounds like that is something that they're looking for, to score first to maybe get them some momentum. Their student section erupted with that first point.
Yeah, they got to start out fast to keep into this one.
Gar with the mistake that time, thought that one was going long, and it was short the entire way. So just a mistake there by Gar, trying to get a free point, but that's one where I think Thielander will just say, hey, we got to be a little bit more aggressive on that one. Serve is over, dug up by Gar and Stream. Abby Thielander looks to come back with the kill. Somehow kept alive by Two Harbors. Push across, Stream is there for the dig. On the far side, Clara Neeson. I mean, that you can't ask for much better. There was nobody home for Two Harbors, and she just hit it where they weren't.
Yeah, didn't need a lot of force on that one. Just needed it to get it to the middle of the floor where the hole in the defense was.
2-1 now, as Abby Thielander is back to serve for the Tigers. It is up and over. Dug up late there by Hurd, but she manages to get to it, and now Bopp will look to get the kill. Blocked at the net by Neeson. That was a great individual effort, and then on the second hit, it sends it backwards. Great hustle play by Addie Bentler, but really no chance for her to get to that one.
The return was hit a little bit off kilter and didn't give Two Harbors a chance to get it over the net.
Tied at 2 now on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Abby Thielander serve is over, dug up by Hurd. Now on the far side, Bopp will look to, that's unfortunate. She was going into the ladder over there for the referee, and you almost can't get that curvature on that hit. I would be extremely impressed, and I think a lot of
be hard to bend it like Beckham.
Yeah, there we go. That's a perfect example. The serve is over from Thielander, dug up by Hurd and hit over, but dug up by Rude. Stream there for the second hit, and it's knocked over by Abby Thielander. Dug up by the Agates, and on the far side, Bopp will get it. That's Gar with the one-hand dig, and then it's hit over the net. Gar going to have one of the Agates into the net, so that'll be 4-2. Tigers take the lead. Bob Ross is in the building here tonight, Adam. I don't know if you've seen that.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, it's a who's who.
Serve is over, dug up by the Agates, and again, the set kind of brought that one into the net. So hard when you get a ball that goes into the net, whether you want to try and play it aggressively and hit it before it gets into the net or play it off the ricochet. It's just so tough for a player to try and play it once it's near the net. Oh, did that hit her foot?
It did, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Addie Bentler was back there. She had her foot on the line.
It would have been out of bounds.
And the serve from Ellie Thielander is going to wind up being an ace because it hits Bentler's foot on the line. I have never seen that happen. This one is over once again, dug up by the Agates. Hurd will hit it across. Ellie Thielander there with the dig. Rude gets the set. Gar hits it across, blocked at the net, dug up by the Agates. Bopp will look for the hit across. It's dug up by Stream on the far side to Rude. We'll set it up for Neeson. Neeson pushes it through the block and gets the kill to make it 7-2.
It's so rare to catch Rush City out of position. Yeah. They're so disciplined on the defensive end, and it makes them really tough to beat.
7-2. Abby Thielander still serving for this Tiger squad. This one is over, received by Delaney Nelson on the far side. Bopp will look for the kill. Through a hand, and then just past the outstretched dive of Abby Thielander to make it 7-3.
Good violence there on the kill by Two Harbors to get this one back to within 4. This is kind of where Two Harbors had their run in the first set.
Hagelin with the serve over, dug up on that back line. That's at the net, and yeah, no chance there for Gar. It was nicely done by Brooklyn Nelson to hit it back across, and
just taking what Rush City gives them.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there by the Tigers, but the Agates will take it. Serve here from Hagelin is long. Another one that's close, but it did go just long. Make it 8-4, Tigers.
Just comes at you so fast.
It does.
I mean, it's so hard to tell.
Ellie T-Lander back in, and she'll serve as the Tigers libero. This one, oh my goodness, it does get over the net. Bop there for the dig, push across on the second hit. Rude to Abby T-Lander, blocked at the net by Gar. Dug up by T-Lander, and Gar will hit it back across. Sliding dig by Bop, and they'll set it for Bop, who will hit it back across. Oh no, a very, very big mistake there. No communication for the Tigers on that one. You had about 3 players looking at it, and at the last second, I heard someone yell, not sure which one of the Tigers players it was, but they yelled, help, or hey, we got to get this one. So that's an unfortunate mistake there for the Tigers. Bell Bowl will check in, and the serve is dug up by Ellie T-Lander, but not enough for her teammates to get to it. 8-6 on the ace.
Yeah, 8-6 now. Two Harbors getting back into this one, just like they did in the first set.
Bell Bowl to serve into the net. So that will give the point back to the Tigers. 9-6 now. Claire Neeson is back to serve. Here's the serve. It's up, and it is over. Dug up by Delaney Nelson. Pushes it towards the bench area, but they're going to get it back across. Will Hurd. Dug up by Gar to Rude at the center. Autumn Stream. It was blocked at the net. Oh, and Rude. I think Rude was just kind of surprised it came back.
Not often that Autumn Stream is blocked at the net.
And I think that's what caught Rude off guard, because she saw that one come down. I think it was more or less her brain processing, did this really come back on the stream kill attempt? As the serve is over by Bop, dug up by Gar. They'll set it up for Autumn Stream. That one's going to be long, and it's 9-8 now.
Yeah, just a 1-point lead. Two Harbors showing why they're the second seed in the subsection.
Rush City has made a few mistakes here early on and come back to bite them. Abby T-Lander there with the dig. Stream will fire back, and that will tie us up at 9, as that is long from Stream. Not very often you see mistakes like this from the Tigers, but it is the playoffs. Oh, they're switching it.
Yeah, they're saying it was tipped on the way through.
So 10-8. Let's see what the Agates do after that call. Serve is over, dug up by the Agates, and they'll push across. Clara Neeson will get the dig to T-Lander, who gets it back over. Agates have it. They'll hit it over. Gar is there for the dig to Rude. Now on the near side, it's Abby T-Lander looking for the kill. Hurd there for the dig. They'll get it and push it back across. On the back line, Neeson to Rude. Stream taps it across. A diving dig from Hurd, but it's going to go out of bounds on this near side to make it 11-8.
Something I've noticed here in the second set, Two Harbors has been playing a lot cleaner on the defensive end. There's not many holes in the defense that Rush City can exploit.
Gar is there for the serve. Delaney Nelson to set, or the dig, hit back across by Bop. On the back line, Neeson for the dig. Abby T-Lander near side looking for the kill. Dug up neatly by Hurd. And at the net, it was hit by both teams, but it's Rude going to get the advantage. Bop will hit it back across. Two Tigers go after it. It's Abby T-Lander and Autumn Stream. And between both of their dig attempts, it gets down.
Yeah, some rare mistakes here being played by Rush City. Still holds that 2-point lead, but keeping Two Harbors into it.
Hurd with the serve now for Two Harbors. It's up and it is over. Dug up by the Tigers. Push back down, and Abby T-Lander. That's just a good play by Two Harbors.
Yeah, Hagelin has been doing a great job there in the front line.
Seems like the Agates, kind of like you mentioned, have kind of settled in. Meanwhile, the Tigers seem to be scrambling just a little bit. Hurd with the serve. Abby T-Lander there for the dig. Rude sets it up on the far side for Autumn Stream. Somehow kept alive nicely by Elena Anderson. This one's hit over, dug up by Neeson for the Tigers. Rude there to set, and Abby T-Lander will hit it back across. Dug up by Bop on that back line. They'll set it up on this near side. Oh, Gar. That's so tough. Gar thought it was coming in at Mach 12, and the hitter took a little something off that one, and it had her off guard, and that'll tie us up.
Well, we were talking about who's going to be in the defensive position, and right now it's Rush City. Two Harbors taking advantage.
Serve is over. Dug up by Ellie T-Lander. Rude with the hit back across on the second one. Oh, my goodness. I think you got to call a timeout if you're the Tigers. There's something off right now.
Just a little miscommunication on that one, and Two Harbors will take their first lead of the second set since they were up 2-1.
You know, I think one of the biggest things, too, is I think the Tigers more or less are just in their heads a little bit with some of these mistakes. Serve is over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. It's Abby Thielander looking for the kill off the net. Kept alive by the Agates. Hit across. Gar there for the dig to Rude. And Stream. That one was not set up the way she had wanted, but still manages to push this one across back over everybody to that back line for the kill.
Saw how Two Harbors was showing and found that back corner.
So Autumn Stream, who just got the kill, is back to serve now for the Tigers. A team leading 6 kills. This one's over, dug up by Hurd. On the near side, it's Anderson looking for the kill. Neeson there for the dig. Set by Stream, and Gar will tap it back across. Diving dig by Hurd. On the far side, it's Delaney Nelson. Blocked at the net, but blocked out of bounds.
Yeah, Two Harbors really doing a good job here in the second set, taking the lead.
Brooklyn Nelson will check in, and now going back to serve. I thought it was going to be Hurd, but instead it will be Addie Bentler, who also checks in for the Agates. So Bentler's serve is over, dug up by Gar to Rude, near side. And Heinz, yeah, that one was down.
They're going to say it hit.
Yeah, you could hear it hit the floor just. I mean, and I mean just.
Yeah, Hurd did a good job of getting there, but just not in time.
Now it's Rude to serve, and the line drive serve is right to Hurd. She gets it, the dig, though. And Hegland will get this one blocked at the net, and the Tigers retake the lead. Now, can the Tigers use this as momentum and start to pull away here will be the question, I think.
Yeah, Rude with 2 aces already here in this one.
Her serve back up and over. Dug up by the Agates. Gar there on the near side to Rude, and they'll set it up on the far side. Well, it didn't get over the net. It was Neeson on that far side. It did not get over the net, nor did it get blocked by the Agates. It hit the net itself. So it will be 4 hits, and Agates get it back. It's Delaney Nelson with the serve. Gar digs in the back line to Rude. Abby Thielander on the near side. Blocked. Dug up again, though, by the Tigers. They'll set it up again for Abby Thielander to the back line for Hurd. Kept alive by the Agates. It's Bop. Gar there for the dig to Stream. She'll set it up for Gar, and Gar taps it across. Dug up by Bentler, though, on the far side. Bop again looking for the kill. Gar there to set. Out of play, but it's Thielander who will keep it in play. Gar, and it's dug up on the far side by Bentler. Hit back across by Bop. Stream to Rude. Abby Thielander into the net.
Two Harbors very impressive on both parts of the defense.
That felt with that, the way Rush City had set that one up, it almost felt like, okay, here we go. Rush City's getting back into it. But then they hit it into the net, and yeah, they're going to call a timeout, their first of this set. And we'll keep it here, though, as it's only a minute timeout, but we're going to do it 15 seconds already. We'll keep it here. The Tigers, the mistakes just kind of snowballed for them here in this second set. And it's not necessarily that they're playing bad, but it's just I think the mistakes kind of snowballed, and they got a little bit too in their heads about them, and then you started to see the mistakes continue. We've seen some miscommunications, which for Rush City is rare.
It is. They're a very disciplined team. We were talking about that earlier. But it's that paired with how well Two Harbors has been playing. And it seems as though Two Harbors is dominating. They're still only up 1.
Yeah.
And that's how good Rush City could turn this off in a dime or on a coin flip and really take over. But so far here in the second set, Two Harbors has been doing a really good job.
They have. As Delaney Nelson, again, we'll be back to serve for the Agates here at Hermantown High School. Beautiful gym. I love how we can get the light in from the outside with those big windows. As Nelson's serve is over, Stream with the dig. Rude sets. Abby Thielander. Oh, another one that is, just barely out. Again, you get replay. You see how truly close it is on a Rush City Auto replay, but again, due to restrictions, we can't have video. But again, just to think how cool it would be to look at a replay like that. As it's 16-14 now. Agate serve is over. Gar with the dig to Rude. Abby Thielander again. Right now, Abby Thielander, I think, has just been getting a little too underneath the ball with some of her hits. And that has sent it long on the last few from her. And that one's going to go long, speaking of.
So that'll cut the lead to 2 for the Agates, but Rush City not used to playing from behind.
They have only done that a few times this year. One of the times they did was against North Branch. That one went all 5, and even though they haven't done it a ton, I think their confidence is good enough to where I think they'll be okay. As we see the serve dug up by the Agates, and it will go out of bounds on the Rush City side. So it will be point for the Tigers now. They trail by 1, 17-16. Abby Thielander readies the serve. It's over. Dug up by Hurd. On that near side, they're setting it up for Bop. Tap over. Rude is going to get the dig this time. Thielander sets. Gar. It was almost set up too far out on an angle for Gar to get that one cleanly over. You could see she almost hit the antenna. That's what she was trying to avoid with that hit.
Yeah, put her in her bad position.
Hagelin with the serve now. Gar will get the dig. Rude. And Clara Neeson on that far side gets the kill attempt, but it was blocked. Dug up by her, and Gar will hit it back across, and Gar will get the kill on that one as Hagelin hits it out of play.
Gar just doing what she can to get it over, and it benefits Rush City as Two Harbors seemed out of position.
She has 4 kills, tied for second on the team with Clara Neeson. And it's Ellie Thielander back to serve. Serve is over. That one had some nice arc to it coming down, but Agates keep it alive. Bop will hit it across. Stream is there for the dig. Rude will set on this near side. It's Gar off the block, kept alive nicely though by Chloe Larson. No, excuse me, that is Delaney Nelson. Push back over. It is Gar there for the dig and pushed over by Neeson. Dug up again by Delaney Nelson. Towards the middle, they'll get it back across will the Agates. Abby Thielander there to Rude, setting it up. Autumn Stream off the top of the net.
Yeah, they're saying it was a violation on Two Harbors, and we're tied at 18.
Well, the Tigers will take it. Not sure of the whistle, but we'll tie it at 18 as Adam had mentioned. Serve here from Ellie Thielander is over. 2 Agates go after it. They keep it alive, though. And getting it over that time is Chloe Nesgoda. And Neeson looks, ooh. You know, it was blocked at the net. It's going to be Agate point, but that was not as, that was a little bit closer to out than I think they wanted on the block. Let's just put it that way. 19-18, Agates will take the lead again. Elbow will check in and go back to serve for the maroon and black. This one's into the net. So 19 all. Late in this second set.
This one is playing out to be extra volleyball here in the second set.
And I think for Rush City, it's a matter of can they get back into a little bit of a groove. They don't necessarily need to dominate, I think, to pull this one away, but can they get back into a little bit of a groove? This one is hit over the block, and just nobody was home for Rush City, unfortunately, on that back line. It's 20-19.
Yeah, Rachel Bott finding an open spot on the floor.
Speaking of, she will go back to serve. She'll go to the far side of the court to serve. It is just over. Abby Thielander there for the dig to Rude. Stream. Oh, that one was well out of play. And 21-19 Agates. Man, the mistakes here for Rush City are just uncommon. It's strange to see. Serve is over. Gar is there for the dig, and that's Stream who pushes it over. Agates looks for the kill. Off the block, Ellie Thielander.
Didn't really get it cleanly.
No, unfortunately. That sent it to the opposite side of us, that far side of the court. It's now 22-19.
But just like that, Rush City's going to need a rally to come away with the second set.
Bop will serve. And this one's over. Thielander with the dig. A little bit of miscommunication once again, but Stream's able to get it over. Agates have it set up. They'll go back line. Neeson. Oh my goodness, and the mistakes just continue to pile up here for the Tigers. They'll call a timeout. They're gonna just talk quick. They need a break, I think. They just need this little minute break here. But we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Back here on Anthem Country, WCMP, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Tigers are going to use that full minute of the timeout. Just talk things over. Down by 4 here in this second set. And, unfortunately for the Tigers, the second set for the last couple of weeks has just not been their set. It hasn't been the cleanest. It has been the one where they I don't want to say struggle, but it's not their best set. Whether that has anything to do with anything, I don't know. But Bop will serve for the Agates as the Tigers try and come back. Scar there for the dig. Autumn Stream will tap this one over. Agates are there. And this one is over. Dug up by Neeson. Gar and Rude will hit this one across. Almost, but there is Nelson. And a hit back across. Abby T-Lander there to Rude. Setting it up for Gar. And Gar's hit over is dug up again by Bop. Agates have it off the block from the Tigers, dug up by Gar. Autumn Stream says, give me this one. 23-20. I think T-Lander's asking about something, maybe an illegal hit or a double hit on Two Harbors that didn't get called. Something, I think he's asking about a double hit call. Maybe that didn't. He's asking them, the referees, to at least watch anyways. It is McKenna Gar now to serve for Rush City. It's over, dug up by Delaney Nelson. Bop will hit it back across. Neeson there for the dig to Rude, and Abby T-Lander off the block at the net. Oh, mistake by the Two Harbors. And that, and I think this set is more or less of the Two Harbors haven't made that many mistakes.
Right.
And unfortunately, the Tigers have, as we'll get another timeout. We'll keep it here, though. And gets used there first. Yeah, I think this is more of a set where the Agates have been a lot better than that first set, but they have made less mistakes than the Tigers, if any, here in this set. And the Tigers finding a little bit of something here, but Agates have been really impressive from that first set to now. It's been a really good turnaround.
It just seems like they're playing with 7 girls out there.
Yes.
And Rush City just can't find an open spot on the floor, but Rush City doing a good job getting a couple of points here to start the rally. It's not quite set point, so you can drop 1.
Right, right.
But now Rush City has strung along a couple of points. We know they can do it. They've done it tonight where they could string a few more points to try to finish the second set and move on to the third set. And if they are able to do that, it's going to be so detrimental to this Two Harbors team with how well they've been playing, and they still drop it.
Right.
So we'll see how this one will end.
I also think that timeout may or not have benefited the Tigers a little bit too, because they still look a little bit scrambled after that timeout they took. So to get them extra time here, I think is huge for them. Serve is over, just dug up by the Agates. It's hit back across. Neeson with the dig, Rude, and it'll be set up for Gar on the near side. Dug up there by Hurd, and they'll have it off the block of the net. Neeson will get the dig to Rude near the net, but Abby T-Lander looks to come back. It's blocked at the net. Rude with the dig. Gar sets for Abby T-Lander, and Hurd with the dig again. Stream will push it down. That's in. You got to just love the way Stream plays, because she is so aware of where the ball, where everyone is set. It's hard to imagine someone can be that aware at all times.
She's a seasoned veteran on this squad.
Very much so. Speaking of another veteran, Gar with the serve. It's over, dug up by Bop. They'll line it up on that far side. It's Delaney Nelson. Diving dig by Gar to keep it alive. To Rude, and it's long on the hit from Abby T-Lander. And I don't want to say it, but it feels like with a mistake like that, Agates could now easily wrap it up here. 24-22, set point for the Agates. Tigers will need 2 straight to erase that point. Serve is over, dug up by Ellie T-Lander. And Abby T-Lander blocked at the net. There it is. So set 2 will belong to the Agates, 25-22. And I think if you're the Tigers here, you're looking at this set and just go, forget about it. Forget about it. It was not the cleanest of sets. Let's move on, act like it didn't happen.
Right, it's still just a 1-1 match here. You still have everything in front of you. You can still win it. But, I mean, I think your bigger problem is who's on the other side, because Two Harbors has really found themselves.
So we'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors as you're listening to this section semifinal here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Hey there, it's Realtors Amanda Holland
and Alicia Krieger with Realty Group.
For all things real estate related in Pine, Isanti, and surrounding counties.
Don't forget Wisconsin.
Head to CountyLinesRealEstate.com.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Back here on Anthem Country, Game Day Gilman joined by Adam Hefty for this section semifinal. While we got a moment, I want to also remind you we've got our Project Food Shelf happening this Friday and Saturday at Degas Fresh Foods in Hinckley. We're packing up bags of Thanksgiving food to donate to the Pine City and Sandstone food shelves, so you can help us help others. Purchase a bag of those pre-packaged goodies, that is, and we'll give them to the food shelves. Of course, monetary donations are also welcome. Don't forget, we've got our Gobble Gobble, which is back this year starting November 4th. Cool Country WCMP is giving away turkeys. It's our annual Gobble Gobble giveaway. You can listen and win. Visit WCMPradio.com and click on the contest tab for more information. Adam, it has been an interesting 2 sets here. Kind of a tale, and we talk about football, tale 2 halves. This has been a tale of the first 2 sets between these 2 teams.
When you're as good as Rush City has been for as many years as they have, when you have a down set like Rush City did, that's going to be the story. where people like us are really going to communicate about that because it's such a surprise.
Yeah.
We don't see it very often. And while, yes, it's true that Rush City did not play a great set there in that second set, but on the other side of that, Two Harbors played very well in that second set to really take advantage of the Rush City mistakes. You can make all the mistakes you want, but if the other team doesn't take advantage of them, it doesn't make any difference.
Right.
So that's why we're stuck here at 1-1.
And the Tigers, again, will certainly be looking at that one going, all right, forget about it. Again, not the cleanest of sets, but it's a set. And the beautiful thing about this is you've got another one to play. And as I like to say about the mistakes, is you can correct them as you go forward.
And even with all the mistakes that Rush City made, it was still just a 3-point set. They only lost by 3.
So starting this set, Bentler will serve for the Agates, dug up by the Tigers. Abby T-Lander, that one's going to come up here to the walking track on the dig attempt. So a kill there for the Tigers. A little frustration.
Somebody better check that HVAC system. There might be a significant dent in it.
There just might be Rude. Oh, a rare serve mistake by Natalie Rude. So that'll tie us at 1 as that one goes into the net from Rude. And the serve will be from Delaney Nelson now. She'll take a little something off it. Stream is going to get there, though. Oh.
Yeah, violation's going to be called on Rush City.
It is. I'm gonna respectfully disagree on that one. I had thought the Agates almost got there first on the hit, but they'll make it 2-1 Agates. Serve is over, dug up by Stream, Rude, and that is out. Man, oh man, the Tigers. I don't know if it's the long backside. I don't know what it is. They just can't seem to find that line right now. Delaney Nelson with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Gar now. Rude will push it to the near side for Abby Thielander. Takes something off that one, and it's dug up by the Agates. Bop will hit it over. Thielander there for the dig. It's Abby Thielander. Hit back across by Neeson. Kept alive by the Agates. Bop will look for the kill. Gar. And it goes backwards off the dig. Makes it 4-1 Agates.
Bop with the bop. Her 5th kill of the night. 6th kill of the night.
Delaney Nelson with the serve. That one hits the net. So that one, freebie for the Tigers. So I thought that one was going to crawl its way over again, but not that time.
Two Harbors already with a 2-point lead here in the 3rd set.
Serve here from Abby Thielander is over. The dig sends it back and out of play, but great hustle by Two Harbors, keeps it, and they'll get it over. Thielander on the back line gets the dig. Gar looking to come back with one, and that's another one where you might want to check for dents. My goodness. So Gar will get, her 5th kill of the evening. 4-3 they trail. Abby Thielander serve is over. Dug up by Hurd. Towards the front of that net. Blocked by Heinz. And we'll get a whistle here. The lift call on the Agates. That was close.
Rush City looked like they're starting to clean it up a little bit.
And again, that's the scary part for any team, is the fact that the Tigers can get better. Serve is over by Thielander. Dug up on the back line by Hurd. And they'll get it back across the net. Thielander's there for the dig. Heinz will tap it over. Oh, my God. How in the world? I was waiting to say it was down. Oh, my goodness. That one's, that's the first one I think I'll disagree with. Hit down the line from Gar. Say it was out. I think that caught the line. I think that was in. But it will be Agate's point. Olivia Hagelin will serve. Stream with the dig. And Gar will hit it back over the net. Nelson with the dig. Bop will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Neeson, out of bounds.
So now Two Harbors with a 2-point lead, 6-4.
Ken Hagelin will serve. Serve over by Stream. Or dug up by Stream, that is. Neeson will hit it off the block. Diving dig for the Agates. They'll push it over. Gar is there for the dig. Gar will line this one up on the far side for the kill. 6-5 now. Tigers trail by 1.
Gar picks up her 6th kill of the night.
And Ellie Thielander will check in for Kendra Heinz. Ellie Thielander serve is over. Dig, not the cleanest for the Agates, but they wind up getting it and getting it back over the net. Dug up by the Tigers. Autumn Stream, I think she mistimed her jump a tad, but it's going to work out anyways.
Yeah, it'll tie it up regardless.
Because she definitely was coming down as that swing came through. I wasn't sure if that one was going to stay in, but she's just so talented that she can just will it to stay in. Serve is over here from Ellie Thielander. Dug up by the Agates, pushed over. Rude there for the dig. Abby Thielander will set. This is close to the net, and great job by Gar to get it over. Pushed over by Bop. Ellie Thielander there for the dig. Rude will set for Gar. Off the block and out. I think here for the Tigers with this 1-point lead now, I think it's more or less of not even eliminating the mistakes, but just getting back the confidence they once had.
Get back into the rhythm that they had in the first set.
Ellie Thielander, the serve is over. Delaney Nelson dig, and the hit back across is out. And now you can all of a sudden hear the entire team communicating, something I feel like they lacked there in that second set, but now it's everyone, bench included.
When Rush City is on their game, they're a well-oiled machine.
Ellie Thielander with the serve. It's over, dug up by Delaney Nelson. She might have 50 by the time the night's over. This one over. Bop with the hit back across. Abby Thielander was there, but the bop hit will be good enough for a kill. And checking in and going back to serve is going to be Bella Bowl.
Bop has 8 bops on the night.
Bowl serve is over, dug up by Thielander. Rude will set, and Gar will come back looking for the kill. Dug up in the back line by Nelson. And miscommunication by both Hurd and Bop. Will wind up being down to make it 9-7.
And you can't have those mistakes against Rush City.
Now let's see if they can capitalize. Rush City wasn't able to there in that second set like you had mentioned. Let's see if they can here with the Neeson serve. Oh! Whether that was on purpose or not, you can't teach it as that one hits the net and crawls its way over for an ace again.
She looked towards the Rush City bench, said, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh, what a ace there for the Tigers, and that will give them a 10-7 lead. It'll be a timeout for the Agates. We'll take a 30-second break.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. Game Day Gilman here. I'm joined alongside by Adam Hefty for the Section 7AA semifinal between your Rush City Tigers and the Two Harbors Agates. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're listening to this one on our YouTube, of course, it's audio only, so no video. But if you're still listening to this on the YouTube, be sure to hit that red subscribe button that you may see there. Hit that, and that way, every time we go live with a local sporting event, video or audio, you'll be notified. It'll be just like a text. As soon as we go live, you'll get that notification. You can click it, and it will take you right to the live video or audio. So hit that subscribe button for this YouTube channel. 10-7, Tigers with the lead. It's the Clara Neeson serve. This time it gets over the net. And dug up by the Agates, and the block there by the Tigers is going to wind up going out of bounds. So Bop will get another kill there to make it 10-8.
And she'll tie Stream with the most kills on the night.
Bop serve is over. Ellie Thielander there for the dig to Rude, and Autumn Stream. Oh my goodness. Might have been a saving grace for Two Harbors that one was into the net.
Yeah, Stream mistimed her jump, and it went into the net.
Bop serve is over. Gar there for the dig. Rude will set. Stream has a chance to redeem herself here. Again, I'm not sure what it is. There has to be something, because Tigers simply don't make these kind of mistakes. There's something that's catching them off guard a little bit with this gymnasium where they're hitting it, just long. Rachel Bop serve is over. Dug up by Gar. Stream. That one's going to be out as well.
So Stream kind of on a slump here in the second and third sets. Well, all night so far.
Which is unfortunate, because she's a really good player, and as a senior, you're looked at as one of the leaders, so hopefully she can kind of get herself out of it. So hit is over by Gar, but it hits the net, so it kind of helps out the Agates. This one's going to hit into the net by Hurd, so we'll tie it back up at 11.
I have a lot of confidence that Stream will find her spot, but if you're Rush City, you're hoping it's not too late.
Right. And for the Agates, you're hoping that she doesn't, and because if she does, it seems like the Tigers feed off of that too, as we see a hit into the net from the Agates.
And it's been there. Mm-hmm. She's had the opportunities. They've just gone wide so far.
Gar with the serve for Rush City. It's over. Dug up by Bop. We'll set it up for Bop at about mid-range. Over. Dug up by Gar. On the near side, Abby Thielander will look for a kill. And blocked at the net as the dig pushed it back over. Oh! Oh, no. They're going to say she went over it, and I got to respectfully disagree. I'll passionately, respectfully disagree. That's the wrong call there. Which will tie us at 12. Head coach Thielander was up off his chair saying, really? Come on, guys. This one is over by Abby Thielander. Dug up by the Agates. And a diving dig by Ellie Thielander. Neeson will keep it alive, but that's going to be it. Gar got the hit on it, but runs into the padding on the back wall to make it 13-12. Man. Now the Tigers got to overcome the questionable call there. As Hurd with the serve for the Agates. Thielander there for the dig, and Autumn Stream taking out a little bit of something on that ball on the far side, getting the kill to make it tied at 13.
Yeah, you were talking about confidence, and this is the first time I've seen it. They're lacking a little bit of confidence there. I saw Thielander kind of second guessing which direction she wanted to go.
The serve is over, dug up by the Agates, hit back across, and Heinz looking for the kill on the light tap, but Agates are there. Great awareness, and this one's hit to the back line. Neeson gets there for the dig. Abby Thielander blocked at the net, kept alive by the Tigers.
Oh, they're going to say it was out.
So it does.
It was a right call, but it was very close.
It was. So what wound up happening there, Gar got the dig, but it wound up going on the opposite side, the wrong side of the antenna on the net. That's one of those where it's kind of like a field goal kick. It goes over the goalpost, but it's on the wrong side of the goalpost. We'll make it 14-13 Agates. Yeah, for the Tigers, we've been mentioning it. It's that confidence. Can they get it back? Because when they're playing with confidence, there's really nobody better. This one.
Violation called on Two Harbors into the net.
I wasn't sure who. I wasn't sure if maybe it was the Tigers who got injured or the Agates.
Yeah, they're saying it was Hagelin who got into the net.
So it'll be a point back for the Tigers. We're tied at 14. Now it's Natalie Rude, and that might not be the person the Agates want to see back there. As this serve is over, it's into the out-of-bounds territory, but the Agates keep it alive. Abby Thielander will look to come back with one, but Bop is back on that back line for the dig. She'll push this one across. Autumn Stream is there. Rude setting it up on this near side for Abby Thielander. Again dug up. Off the block, though, so they're getting some help there. Blocked at the net. That is Clara Neeson getting one. And the big celebration there from the Tigers. Now you're just hoping it can turn into confidence.
Yeah, Rush City retaking the lead, 15-14.
Rude will serve. This one is a line drive over, dug up by Hurd. And Hurd will hit it back across off hit number 3. Gar with the dig for the Tigers. Clara Neeson, beautiful spot for that hit. Didn't need to put all of it on that one. Just had the mark, X marks the spot on that floor, and she hit it.
Back-to-back kills by Neeson.
Again, Rude. It's over. Dug up, and it will hit back across the net. Heinz will push it back across. Agates got it again, but this one is pushed over. Gar on the back line for the dig to Rude. Abby Thielander coming over, getting it over in her dig. Bop will look to hit it across. A low dig there for Stream. Will hit it back across for the Agates. They'll line it up, tapped across, out of bounds. Yes. I wasn't sure if the Tigers got a hand on it, so I wanted to be careful with the call, but they did not, and we'll see a timeout here by the Agates. We'll keep it here.
So Rush City looking a little cleaner here towards the latter part of this third set, but Two Harbors not going away.
No, and that's really impressive because, I think on paper you'd look at it and go, wow, the Tigers are coming in and they're just going to take it right away. Not the case, and for the Agates to come in and play a team like this with the confidence that they have has been an impressive part to me, because you can get a team who comes in and playing the number 1 seed and go, we're going to have to play up. Well, I think it's been pretty even so far.
It has been. Outside of that first set where Rush City took it 25-15, after that, Two Harbors has been playing very well.
Yeah.
Rush City has found their mojo a little bit
Right.
here in the third set, especially here in the latter part of this third set. We'll see if they can build on that and moving forward.
So out of the timeout, 17-14 Tigers with the lead. Rude readies. There's the whistle for the okay. And it's long. And not what you want to have out of a timeout if you're the Tigers. Even if it's not your point that you get, anything but a serve long there, I feel like. So now it's Delaney Nelson for the Agates to serve. It's dug up by Stream on that far sideline. Abby Thielander, and that's out again.
They're saying it was tipped on the way through.
Oh, wow. Oh, I think the Tigers got a call in their favor. Yeah, I think Tigers got one back there. But as coaches will tell you, calls wind up evening out throughout a game. So I didn't believe it at first. I was like, no way. But, yeah, they do. Bop has her hit blocked at the net. It's hit back across by Bop. Dug up by Stream, and Gar will come back with one, but it's still alive. Bop will set, and Hurd will push it back over. It's Thielander there now. Gar on this near side. Oh, man. The Tigers right now, it's the, we're not picking on them at all. That's not what we're doing. For some reason, the team just can't find that fine line to hit it in. There have been, I mean, what, 6 inches long on some of these hits?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, and that's a little long once again.
Yeah,
they're not calibrated.
No, and and that's why I wondered, is it something with the gym that they're playing in? Is it, the light? It just seems like something is off right now. And Neeson has her shot blocked.
Blocked by Bop.
At 18, and for the Tigers, you could see that confidence building with that 3-point lead. It's all of a sudden been evaporated. A 4-1 run for the Agates here in this third set. We're tied at 18. The serve is over, dug up by Gar to Rude. And on the near side, Gar taps it across. And you're going to get a double hit. Yep. Double hit on the Agates.
And she knew it too.
Yeah. You could tell as soon as she got to it, she had made the mistake. So the Tigers will shift in Ellie Thielander, who's in to serve now. It's over, dug up by Delaney Nelson, and Hurd will hit it back across. Tigers are there. It's Thielander, Abby Thielander, and Stream will look for the kill. Right into a block, though. Dug up by Stream, and Gar will hit it over. Hurd is there for the dig, and Hurd pushes it over. Dug up by Stream to Rude. And on the far side, Neeson will hit this one over. Hurd gets the dig, and they'll set it up for Bop. Rude is there, though, for the dig to Thielander. And Gar wanted to come back with one, but it's dug up by Hurd off the block. Bop hits it over. Dug up by Gar to Rude. And that is going to be a kill for Autumn Stream.
Stream now with 11 kills on the night. We've been talking about how Stream hasn't really been calibrated,
right?
But she still has 11 kills.
I know. It's just crazy.
It's silly. It really is.
It is. And, one thing I've noticed here these last couple points for Rush City, you've kind of seen them leave that power hit on the back burner as we see Bop get one through a block. But for Rush City, it seems like they're taking more of a conservative approach with those big hits, not wanting to go long. And that'll play a factor into their game because we know they're a big hitting team.
It will. It really plays a factor in your mental side.
Elbow will check in. The serve is over. Ellie Thielander there for the dig this time, setting it up on the near side for Gar. And that's one of those cases where Gar, she probably would have hit that one hard, but taking more of a conservative approach. Back across for the Tigers. Gar says this time not a chance. And off the block, it is going to be a kill for Gar. Sometimes I swear they can hear us down there.
Hurd and Nelson safe at third after the slides. Going in head first.
Oh, that was a good-looking slide, though.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's Clara Neeson back to serve. Oh, you can't teach it. My goodness, Clara Neeson whether it was going to hit the net or just get over. It looked like both, and I think that's what caught Two Harbors off guard because it looked like it was going into the net.
And just like that, Rush City holds a 3-point lead, 22-19 here in the third set.
He's second ace for Neeson as this one, again, more of a line drive, but Hurd is there. It'll be pushed over. Out! That's out! That is out! Wow.
Rush City got away with one there.
Whew.
Because there was nobody home.
Yeah, that's the definition of stealing one. My goodness. Well, you mentioned it earlier, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that's the case right there. Darren Neeson with the serve. Ooh, another close one, my goodness. But that is out on the serve to make it 23-20. Tigers still with the lead. They need 2 points to wrap it up here. And now you've got Bop who will be serving, so she's not going to be on the front line. I think for the Tigers here, this is where you got to attack.
Yeah, you got to take advantage of this one.
Gar is just going to lightly tap it over, but Delaney Nelson is there for the dig. Bop will come from about center of the court. Ellie T-Lander, though, is there. And Clara Neeson, nice job to get that one back over the net. But Delaney Nelson will look for the kill. Diving dig by Ellie T-Lander, kept alive by Gar, and Stream will get it back over.
And didn't get under the net.
Hit back over by Two Harbors. Neeson is there, Rude, and Gar wants it. There it is!
What an impressive point by Rush City.
Whoo-wee!
Somehow, Gar was able to get under the volleyball and not go under the net.
That is impressive to say the least. Veteran out there showing you how it's done. Gar with the set point serve is over, dug up by the Agates. Bop will hit it over. Gar with the sliding dig to Rude. Can Stream end it here? No! Man, oh man, I don't want to harp on it too much, but just not there.
Is this gym regulation size or what? No.
Get our rulers out and have to take a look. Hurd will serve. It's over. A low dig for Gar. And Abby T-Lander says, I want it, and she gets it. So that will be it for set number 3. The Tigers take it. Not the cleanest of sets, but sometimes you need to get through a set like this to play your best as they take it 25-21 and take a 2-1 set lead here in this semifinal. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. We'll be back for what could be the 4th and final set here at Hermantown High School on Anthem Country, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Jack's Pizza, 3 for $12, Red Bull 12-ounce, buy 2, get 1 free, Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, 2 for $4, any size fountain drink up to XL, 79 cents all day. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
Well, we'll be talking about spring sports sooner than we know it. Well, hopefully. I think we're all hoping that this winter goes by a little bit quick. But
they're expecting snow tonight.
I know, which is just.
I mean, it's time.
It's
time.
It really is. We've been lucky up to this point.
It was 80 degrees the other day.
I know, just crazy. Just crazy to think that we get this warmer weather this late in October. I mean,
and
usually,
we'll still complain.
Yeah, right.
We'll still complain.
Exactly. We're never satisfied here in this state. It's crazy to think about. But the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. If you're Rush City here, Adam, you've got the lead. You haven't been playing the best. What's the message in that huddle here in between sets?
just remember how you got here. I mean, you've bull rushed your entire regular season essentially, and no, it has not been the cleanest match here tonight, but there has been good things throughout the match. But just staying who you are. Don't think too much. When you're out there thinking, you're already a step behind. So if you're just saying, be who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Forget about those kills that were too long.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Right.
You know, just play your game, and this one could end on this set.
It could, and we know the Tigers are very good when the game is, in its elimination part. They're very good at coming out and making the plays they need to.
So if you're two Harbors, what are you saying?
That's tough because you've played really well throughout these last 2 sets. The first set, I think, is you just say, hey, we're getting the jitters out. Obviously, the second set you played really well. Third set is more or less, I think, of Rush City coming out and getting a few calls to go their way and a few hits that were big. But I think you're just telling them, hey, keep that confidence with you. Because we're right in this. We only lost that set by 4 points, and it was really a lot closer than that.
Yeah, it was neck and neck.
Just keep your confidence, play with that confidence. Don't get down on yourselves because you lost that set. We're still in this one. This is still a set we can take. As the first serve was down, and this serve is over. Back and forth we go on this point. Neither team taking advantage as now it's back on the Tigers side. Gar with the dig. They'll set it up, and Abby Thielander looks to finish it off. She does. It'll be a 2-0 start for the Tigers on that one. Comes up here to the walking track, and nice arm by that young man up there. Got it to the net, perfectly bounced underneath it. Can the Twins sign him, please? Rude will serve. It's over. Dug up by Delaney Nelson. On the far side, Hagelin will hit it across. Dug up by, that was Gar on this near side. Abby Thielander hits it across court, but dug up nicely by the Agates. And oh no, that was just so tough for Delaney Nelson. She was right at the ladder there. She didn't want to hit the ladder, and as she was coming down, just missed the hit on the ball, and you can't really blame her on that one.
Yeah, she was in a bad spot.
Rude will serve for the Tigers, 3-0 start. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, as Delaney Nelson with the dig, blocked at the net by Heinz. Hit back across by Hurd. Back line dug up by Stream for the Tigers. On the far side, it is Clara Neeson. Somehow the Agates keep that alive, and Heinz could not get the block.
It was too close to the net.
Yeah.
And it falls on the Rush City side.
Yeah, that's one of those for Heinz where I think you're okay with it because you don't want her to get into the net and get too comfortable being that close. As this serve is over, dug up by Gar. And Clara Neeson took a little something off that one, but winds up being dug up. Bop with the hit. It's long.
No touch on the way through.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised that they're able to see a no touch or
right?
touch. It's just so fast.
It goes by so quickly. Abby Thielander in, ready to serve. She's looking to the coaches as to which direction they want her to serve it. Took some off that one again, but it is over, dug up by the Agates. Oh, no! Oh, Hagelin, I don't know if she just took her eye off the ball for a quick second too long or if she got distracted, but completely missed the ball on that hit. Abby Thielander with the serve, 5-1, they lead. It's over, dug up by Bop. They're going to try and set it up for Bop, but that one is out of play. Yeah, okay.
And it goes wide of the barber pole.
I was going to say that one looked close, but I wasn't sure. You saw the Tigers going, wait a minute.
I guess we'll play through.
Right. 6-1 they lead. Abby Thielander serve is over. Her diving dig to keep it alive. And getting it to over. Brooklyn Nelson is there. Dug up by the Tigers on the far side. Clara Neeson shoved it into the net. And a lift call on the Agates. That's interesting because I thought they might get an illegal hit on the Tigers' Neeson. Because that one looked like she kind of lifted herself. But not the case. So 7-1 start here for the Tigers. We'll keep it here. If you're the Tigers, it seems like that confidence is back.
Yeah, and it's come the way of Two Harbor's mistakes, but it builds confidence nonetheless. And you're not really able to get into your offensive possessions very often, but when you do here in this fourth set, it's been relatively successful.
It really has. And I think for the Tigers, even though, yes, they are mistakes, you mentioned that still gives you confidence, but I think you're also looking at it and saying, hey, we know who's making the mistakes. Let's try and touch it their way a little bit more.
Urge it. Yeah.
Exactly. Try and force them into more mistakes, and they do a good job of that as well. So we'll see if they can't come out and maybe force a few more mistakes, and not only that, build on this lead that they have and run away with this set and punch their ticket back to the section championship, but we will have to wait. Back out of the timeout. Teams are on the court. Abby Thielander is readying her serve.
She has 2 aces on the night so far.
As a team, they got over 5 already, which is crazy. Serve over, dug up by the Agates. Bop will touch it across. Root is there for the dig. To Thielander. They'll set it up on the near side for Gar. Gar has it over. Hurd is there, though, for the Agates. Bop. She'll line this one up. Over, dug up by Rude. To Stream on the back line. Gar taps it across. Nice dig, though, by Delaney Nelson. They want it to Bop, but instead it is hit over by Hagelin. Dug up by the Tigers. Gar off the block at the net. Dug up by Delaney Nelson. Again, want it for Bop, excuse me. Takes a little something off that one. Dug up by Gar to Neeson. Gar taps it over. Nicely dig, though, by Bentler. They want Bop again. A little something off that one, and it does get down just in front of the diving arm of Gar.
That was a
center spot of the court. It is over, and whistle will be a violation on the Agates. It will wind up being the Tigers' point, as it is now 9-2 Rush City. Ellie Thielander, another serve. This one over, dug up by Delaney Nelson. Oh, and a miscommunication there. You had Brooklyn Nelson coming into the zone of Hurd to try and get that one.
Now, if you're 2 Harbors, you take another timeout. This has a risk of getting way out of hand.
Right, and I think it's too early right now to call the timeout just because.
You already did the one.
Right, exactly. Bop will get it, and she'll shove it down, but it's nicely dug up by Rude. And Gar wants one for herself. That is dug up, though. It hits the basketball backboard. We've got a couple of Agates players getting into each other here. It is going to go on the opposite side of the antenna. Agates are confused. The referee down there has a good eye line on that one. It was very similar to the last time it did that.
So now it's 11-2 in favor of Rush City.
Ellie Thielander with the serve. It's over, dug up by Delaney Nelson. They want Bop again. Ooh, didn't get the cleanest of hits. Root is there for the dig. And Gar just taps it over. Nice job staying from under the net. Blocked at the net by Stream. Almost too early on the celebration. As they were celebrating, the Agates actually had kept it alive for a moment.
So now a double-digit lead, and
early timeout.
2 Harbors wants their final timeout of this fourth set.
Well, that's tough. I mean, because you want to stop the bleeding, so to speak, but at the same time, you kind of want to keep that timeout. Well, we'll take a quick 30-second one ourselves here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
Anthem Country 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Game Day Gilman joined by Adam Hefty for this section semifinal volleyball game here at Hermantown High School between your Rush City Tigers and the 2 Harbors Agates. Rush City looking like Rush City here in this set.
Yeah, and if you're 2 Harbors, you didn't want to take your final timeout, but like you were saying, you didn't want to get it out of hand either.
Ellie Thielander will serve for the Tigers. It is up and over. Dug up by Delaney Nelson. They want it for Bop. Bop, though, not going to get her hardest hit on. It was blocked at the net by Nielsen. On the dig, it goes across the net, dug up by the Tigers. Off the block at the net, Gar. And it's the Agates who have it. Pushed over. Stream is there. Neeson. It's touched at the net, blocked by the Agates. And off that block, it's going to get down. Nobody home there on the dive. It was Hurd. She's up a little bit slow. She looks to be okay, though, thankfully. Hey, she took a hard dive to try and get that one. I mean, give her credit. She is hustling out there.
She's been everywhere.
Ellie Thielander. Serve, receive. By the Agates. Ooh, that one nearly pushes it into the net, but it is over. Ellie Thielander on the back line with the dig. Gar tries to get this one over, but Bop is there. Pushed back over by the Agates. Dug up by the Tigers. Gar lining this one up. Blocked, and then gets to Hurd. Bop pushes it over. Rude is there. To Thielander. Far side for Neeson. Neeson with a good hit at the net to make it 14-2 with her 7th kill of the evening.
Yeah, Neeson with her 7th. I mean, this scoreboard is just filled up on the Rush City side. You have 11 from Stream, 9 from Gar, 8 from Thielander, 7 from Neeson, and 4 from Heinz.
Serve here from Ellie Thielander's over. Bop with the dig. They're going to set it up for Bop again. She hits it with her fist back across. Back and forth it goes. Hermantown High School here for this section semifinal. Tigers get one back on the Gar kill. And that makes it 16-2.
Things really getting away from Two Harbors here in the 4th set.
So will be Tigers again with the lead, 16-2, as the serve from Ellie Thielander is over. Dug up and hit back across by the Agates. Gar there for the dig. Stream pushes this one over. Couple Agates get to it, and they'll push it back across. Ellie Thielander on the back line to Rude. Gar home on that one. And that one was finally in on that back line. We haven't seen too many kills for the Tigers in on the back line. That's one of them.
Yeah, they might be finding their area here. And that's very dangerous if Rush City can do that.
It really is, as now Ellie Thielander will again line up with the serve. It is over. Dug up by the Agates. Delaney Nelson hit back over by Hurd. Dug up by Abby Thielander to Rude. Setting it up for Gar. Off the block at the net. Hurd to Delaney Nelson. And bop. No, excuse me. That is Brooklyn Nelson. Hits it back over. Gar with the dig. They'll set it up in the middle for Autumn Stream. Blocked at the net. Oh, it was kept alive by Abby Thielander. I think her knees, as she was falling backwards, got a hit on it. But it's going to be a kill for the Agates. Make it 17-3. We'll get a substitution here.
So we'll see if Two Harbors can string together a few points to get back into this one, but it's 17-3. It's going to be very tough.
Bell Bowl in to serve for the Agates. Serve is long.
And that is not what you want if you're Two Harbors.
No, but if you're the Tigers, you're feeling yourself right now.
Yeah, and the confidence has all but run out in Two Harbors here in this 4th set.
It's Clara Neeson back to serve for Rush City. 18-3, that one. That time, she does not get as lucky as she has before. That one's into the net and won't crawl its way over.
So Rush City giving Two Harbors some opportunities.
And that's what you don't want to do if you're Rush City. You've seen what has happened before when you did that. Two Harbors has been capitalizing all night. Gar with the dig to Rude. Stream. That's out.
So maybe Gar has found the spot, but Stream hasn't quite yet.
Which is really unfortunate for her because such a good player. You never want to see your team, anybody, without that confidence. That's in.
Yeah, back out that baseline. So a couple points in a row from Two Harbors. That's 3 of the last 4.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, you give them an opportunity to capitalize off your mistakes, they will. Bop again. That one, Gar. That one, to be fair, did look like it was going to come down, but then it just kept floating, and Gar at that last possible moment ducked underneath it. So as the serve goes long, it's 19-6. And speaking of, Gar is back to serve. Hurd with the dig for the Agates. And now it's Delaney Nelson looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by Rude and Stream. Pushed across by Bop. Gar is there for the dig on the near side to Rude. And that is Autumn Stream who pushes it out.
Yeah, Stream goes wide on that one.
Very, very uncommon nights for the Tigers and Stream. Serve here from Hurd is over. Dug up by Ellie Thielander. Rude sets for Abby Thielander. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Gar for a moment, but, I know head coach Thielander for the Tigers, he lets his team play through a lot. I would almost say you need a timeout if Two Harbors gets another point.
Yeah, they've scored 5 of the last 7.
Serve is over. Gar, dig to Rude. Stream. It's dug up, though, by Bob. And we'll hit it back across Bowl. Dug up by Gar on the back line to Rude. Stream pushes it over. Dug up by Bowl. And it's Nelson who gets it over. Gar diving dig. And Abby Thielander with the kill. Holy cow.
That one was violent.
She had a vendetta against that ball. I mean, my goodness. Subbing in Heinz for Ellie Thielander. Back to serve is Autumn Stream. 20-8 is our score here in the fourth set. Stream serve is over. Dug up by the Agates. Hit into the net. That one hit by Elena Anderson.
So 21-8 is the score in favor of Rush City here in the fourth set, trying to finish this one off.
It would be huge because you got to imagine if they were to get the win here, they'd be back Saturday, and you got to imagine playing 2 games here. Well, all of a sudden they've know the lines a little bit more. They know the lighting, and you'd think that give them all the confidence as we see a Abby Thielander kill.
And she's into double digits with kills, along with Gar and Stream.
22-8. Stream serve over. And it's going to be an ace. Just not the cleanest of digs there for Delaney Nelson. And it's 23-8, Tigers 2 away.
Yeah, Tigers matching their largest lead of the night.
Stream, readies. Here's the serve. Hits the net and gets over for an ace, and it's match point.
If you can do that on purpose.
That is a skill.
That is a skill.
So here we go. Stream, readies. Match point serve, over. Dug up by Bop. We'll set it up on this near side, blocked at the net. That is it! Heinz and Abby Thielander there for the block. Set 4 belongs to the Tigers in the match as well. 25-8 here in the fourth, and the Tigers take it 3-1. So the Tigers will play the winner of the game after this one between Crosby Ironton and Esco. But either way, the Tigers are once again headed to the section championship game here at Hermantown on Saturday. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll recap this one, let you know what's coming up for us the rest of the week as you're listening to high school volleyball here on Anthem Country, WCMP.
October is College Knowledge Month at Pine Technical and Community College. The whole month, PTCC will be providing a variety of events for future
and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
I can tell you how much fun we had at Nature Ventures in Mora, but why don't I let them tell you?
I love the giant hay structures. Oh, the corn pit is fun. I love the hay rides. And all the animals. Pumpkins!
I liked watching you kids play in nature.
The pumpkin patch with so much more. Nature Ventures, getting families together in nature. Just 5 miles southeast of Mora. Open Fridays noon to 6, Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 6. Sign up now for their Trunk or Treat contest, October 27th. Visit Nature Ventures on Facebook.
Hey, it's Alicia Krieger with Realty Group. Thank you so much, Pine County, for voting me Best Real Estate Agent of 2024. For all your real estate needs, head to countylinesrealestate.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Hey there, it's Alicia Krieger with Realty Group. If you're looking for a winning agent and real estate office, pass us the ball and let's score you a new home. Head to countylinesrealestate.com.
Back here on Anthem Country WCMP. Before we recap the game, reminder that we've got our Big Buck contest back this year. Send us a picture of your Big Buck, and Rock Crusher Outdoors is going to be giving away a very nice firearm to the winner. You can submit your photos at WCMPradio.com. The winner will be randomly drawn on November 30th. Also, our Project Food Shelf will be happening Friday and Saturday of this week as we're packing up bags of Thanksgiving food to donate to the Pine City and Sandstone food shelves. You can help us help others by purchasing a bag of those pre-packed goodies, and we'll deliver them. Of course, monetary donations are also welcome. And then starting November 4th, we at Cool Country and WCMP will be giving away turkeys. It's our annual Gobble Gobble giveaway. Listen and win. Visit WCMPradio.com. Click on the contest tab for more information. Of course, Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here. The Tigers get the victory 3-1 over the Agates of Two Harbors. The Tigers took the first set 25-15. Then it was the Agates really kind of taking over what seemed like the match as they won the second set 25-22. The Tigers wasn't a clean set. It more looked like the Agates probably should have won that one, but the third set, Tigers were able to take it away there late in it, winning it 25-21. And then this fourth set, it was all Rush City.
Yeah, 25-8 was the final there in that fourth set. They really found their rhythm there in that fourth set, and I mean, it was very close for that second and third set. Two Harbors did a really good job. They have nothing to be ashamed of as they played very well here tonight. Kept Rush City on their toes, gave them all that they wanted, especially there in that second and third set. But Rush City is so strong.
Yeah.
I mean, that fourth set really showed how good they can be. And if Autumn Stream can find that baseline, look out, because there's not many teams that can beat Rush City if they're able to do that.
Well, and two, they'll be back here on Saturday because of the win. They'll be in the section championship playing off against one of these two teams, Crosby Ironton or Esco, on Saturday. And I do believe that'll be a 4 p.m. game up here at Hermantown. It looks like it will be for now. Of course, that could be subject to change as well, but we'll keep you up to date as we will be up here for that one as well. But the Tigers, as we mentioned, get the victory 3-1 over the Agates of Two Harbors. Of course, we want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. You give us a job to do, so we appreciate you when you tune in. If we don't have anybody tuning in, well, there's no reason for us to come out here. So we appreciate you for tuning in. Also, we want to give a huge shout-out to our fine sponsors. We can't say it enough. Thank you to them, because if it's not for them, well, we aren't able to even come up here to call this game, so we appreciate them for sponsoring this broadcast. Also want to remind you to stay tuned to our morning shows on 95.5 FM with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then also on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports updates. We'll talk this game, other local games in our local listening area, which aren't that many right now, but we'll get there again with the winter season coming up here soon. We'll talk regional and national sports as well. Stay tuned to our websites for articles, interviews, and the broadcast schedule. You can go to either one, kbk.com, wcmpradio.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That'll show you all the links that we have for the upcoming week of the games that we'll be calling. Of course, that is subject to change. And then, of course, stay tuned to our social medias, both of our Facebook pages, both of our Instagrams, and then our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports, breaking sports news, interviews, coaches interviews, player interviews, players deciding where they'll go and play. It's not the LOI anymore. They're getting rid of that. But players deciding where they'll go to play, coaches retiring, coaches coming in, all that and more, plus articles of games that we've done there as well. Of course, this one ends 3-1, and I was joined, thankfully, by Adam Hefty for this one. And, Adam, your final thoughts here on this Rush City victory.
Man, Rush City is really good.
Yeah.
Especially when they're playing their game. They're going to be tough to beat. I can't predict a section victory on Saturday, but they're going to be in it regardless against Esco, who is shown to be pretty stout as well.
Yeah, Esco looking to try and get back to the section championship themselves, but they'll have to get past Crosby Ironton here tonight. Well, once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you're listening / watching on our YouTube channel, either one. It is audio only, but if you're listening on the YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way, anytime that we go live with a local sporting event, you'll get notified, and then all you have to do is click that notification. It will take you right to the live video or audio. Again, the final here in this one, 3-1. Rush City will play on Saturday here at Hermantown at 4 p.m., and we'll be here for that one. Well, for WCMP, that was it here for tonight. Stay tuned. We've got more volleyball coming up tomorrow on KBEK. North Branch will play against Hermantown in their section championship. Then Friday, I know, Adam, you're up at Cloquet High School, where I'll be tomorrow night, but you'll be out on the football field.
Yeah,
well,
home of the Lumberjacks.
At the football field, calling that championship game between Mille Lacs and then, of course, Deer River. Do you have any prediction in that one? I know Bram last year upset Deer River in the championship. Is there a Mille Lacs upset in the making?
Deer River is very tough. They played each other earlier this season. Deer River came away with the victory. We'll see if Mille Lacs has something up their sleeve. They have a very veteran squad, so almost like this Rush City team, where they're young but veteran.
Yes.
Haybison has been playing quarterback for Mille Lacs since the Clinton administration, so he's been around.
Yes.
He's been playing, I believe, since he was a freshman, starting quarterback for the Raiders. So it'll be interesting to see. So tune in for that one.
Yeah, that'll be a good one over on 106.5 FM on Friday. And then on 100.9 and 95.5, North Branch will be playing Hermantown. No, that's not volleyball again. That is football there on Friday night. You and I won't be too far apart. We'll be about, 10 or so minutes apart, as I'll be at Duluth Denfeld for that one. So be sure to tune in on Friday for those. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. 3-1 victory here for Rush City. They'll be back here on Saturday at 4 p.m. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. That's Adam Hefty. Appreciate him coming up to call this game with me. Again, we thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night and drive safely.